To the Solid Signal podcast for the week of January 29th, 2018. What a big week for football fans, especially if you're a fan of the New England Patriots or the Philadelphia Eagles. The only thing I can say about that is only fair is it's been a long time since the Detroit Lions, our home team, were in any sort of consideration for a Super Bowl trophy, and it's likely to be a long time yet. Anyway, let's move forward. This past week was pretty momentous in terms of the history of the Solid Signal blog, which I hope that you visit, blog.solidsignal.com, because it marked only the second time in our 12-year history that there's been a major overhaul of our blogging platform. Our blog started with the Google Blogger platform back in 2007, and it was pretty bad. You can look at it at archive.org if you want, but I wouldn't recommend it, frankly. It just wasn't really all that exciting by today's standards. In 2012, I overhauled the blog completely using a software that I was familiar with from about a decade earlier called vBulletin. vBulletin was pretty popular at that time for peer support forums and had a blogging component, and I wanted to make it easy for people to switch over from peer support to blogging and back, and so I used one platform that could do both. It seemed like a great idea at the time, and little did I know that vBulletin as a platform would kind of be falling by the wayside. Unfortunately, their version 5 software was met by thunderous jeers. It was not very popular at all. A lot of people moved to another forum platform for peer support, and at the same time, WordPress, which was already available at that time, but just wasn't as universally popular as it is today, was destined to continue to climb to the point where it's now the number one blogging platform in the world and is trusted by all these gigantic corporations. And so I decided to move the Solid Signal blog to a WordPress-based platform. Unfortunately, for me, this has been a largely manual process, which is why it's going to take the next several months to migrate all of the content that you know and love from the old Solid Signal blog to the new one. Some database work was able to be automated, but realistically, a lot of these things have to be done manually. They have to be done in terms of checking all the links, making sure all the pictures are proper, making sure that links to outside stuff on the same site is changing appropriately, and so it's going to take a little bit of time. But that said, I hope that you really like the new site. I hope that WordPress works out for us, and I know that if we do decide to change platforms sometime in the next 7-8 years, that at least WordPress is popular enough that it should be a pretty much automated process at that point. Can't even think about it at this point. What I do like very much about this new blogging platform, which you can find again at blog.solidsignal.com, it's clearer, it's more contemporary, it gives us more opportunity to provide great content to you in great ways, and you'll find that already a little bit over 20% of the content that you would find at the old Solid Signal blog has been moved over. If you've been using the old URL, forums.solidsignal.com, there's a note there to update your bookmarks, and I sure hope that you do. The Solid Signal podcast is obviously available at the new Solid Signal blog. It's right there on the front page all week long, which is hopefully going to increase some of the listenership of this particular podcast, which admittedly I wish were a little bit bigger. But more importantly, I really appreciate those of you who do listen, who are listening now, and also who do participate at the Solid Signal blog. Another thing that I kind of wanted to mention about the new blog software is that it lets you comment much more easily without going through a new registration process. If you're a long-time user of the Solid Signal blog, it may require you to sign up for a new commenting system, but I'm willing to bet that you've already signed up for that same commenting system somewhere else. So you don't have to do any more sign up. You should just be able to leave comments. You can also leave comments as a guest, and that's a lot easier too, and a lot more secure. All in all, I'm very excited about what we've gone through so far. I'd like to thank our hardworking IT team and all of the collaborators out there who have been really working hard to make sure that this gets done properly. I'm just looking forward to better and better, more and more content as we go forward, and hopefully more and more stuff that you, the listening public, will enjoy. That's about it for me for the Solid Signal podcast for this week. I hope that you all have a great week, and I'll talk to you real soon.